style. What's your favorite foreign film? Go.
Either the 400 Blows
That's a good one.
or Night on Earth or
That's a good one.
anything by
Night on
Jim
Earth, is that
Jarmusch.
actually... That's not foreign.
It might not have been like foreignly made, but it had foreign parts in it.
No, it's not a foreign film, though. Canadian films don't count. Canadian films also don't count as foreign films, just saying.
I don't fucking care. If there's a language in that movie prominently that I can't understand,
shut up.
it
That
is
doesn't
foreign.
count. No, it doesn't. No, it's not. Because then Lord of the Rings counts as a foreign film, even though it's made in New Zealand, just totally doesn't count because it's basically America Part 4.
My favorite foreign film is For a Few Dollars More.
That's a good choice. No, that's a good choice. Yeah. And 400 Belows I've seen probably a good 20 times. Like, every fucking film class is like, we're going to watch 400 Belows. I'm like, I've seen this. I saw this like 4 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. 400
The movie
Belows.
like that for me has always been Citizen Kane. It's just like,
we watched it 3 times in film school, right? And I had the flu every fucking time. It was so weird. It was like I was never meant to see it in film school, right?
Yep.
Apparently.
Not allowed.
Chris, favorite foreign film? Chris, are you still here?
Chris?
Favorite foreign film?
Can't be Onward to Calgary because it's Canadian.
I'm right here. Whoa.
What's your favorite film? Foreign film?
Yes. No. My favorite foreign movie's M.
No, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, good one.
I forgot that, yeah. And M, I still have not seen. However, I've seen clips from M.
Favorite foreign film and my favorite film of all time.
I've seen clips from M, and it looks very good. Not yet seen it yet. A lot of times in film class, in film school, we didn't have time to watch whole movies, so we'd see really important sequences from movies, and then we'd discuss, film form and all that shit about it. The other one I really like is
there's something
Gojira.
I want 2014 to come faster.
You know what movie, like a foreign movie that I really liked recently was,
I forgot
talking about it until you guys actually see it. Hell.
I have it on my hard drive. I plan to watch it soon. I honestly do.
Very good movie.
See what?
And it's a good movie even for people who are not fans of foreign films, who do not like
Rulers of the City
subtitles.
It's very good.
Because just like there's not a lot of talking in it. So, and what little talking there is stuff that's like easy to read and easy to understand. So you're not going to miss anything. It's perfect for anybody who's just like a little iffy about that kind of stuff. Like, yes, just watch it. You have no excuse.
Raptor Rivera says,
M is the
favorite high
same
school
thing. Very little dialogue, but what's there?
Raptor Rivera said, what's your favorite high school film?
What qualifies?
Mine is Ferris Bueller's. Ferris Bueller's, anything that deals with high school age kids, quote unquote. Ferris Bueller's, Ferris Bueller. It's the best one.
16 Candles.
Okay, 16 Candles is pretty good. Anything by John Hughes is the correct answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'd have to be cliche. I'll say The Breakfast Club.
There you go. That works. If you have another choice, that's fine. I was just being silly about the John Hughes thing.
The Breakfast Club, the day that they are stuck in school, is the day that I was born, March 24th, 1984.
Wow, that's cool.
Stoutman Trivia.
How many? You must have got so many women with that.
I guess technically... the other one would be Bill and Ted. Love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. But Bogus Journey is actually better.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Bogus Journey.
Bogus Journey is amazing just for the art direction alone. And Station. The Station!
What the fuck do I have for high school movies?
Station!
I don't own as many contemporary movies as I
Confused
should.
is a really good one, too. Yeah.
I just like 16 Candles because it goes in so many different directions. And honestly,
You watched that
to
recently,
me,
right?
it's like one of the main movies that deeply affected how high school movies afterwards were made. I mean, if
You
look
watched
at
it recently,
something
right?
like Superbad, you can see the shades of 16 Candles all fucking over the place. It's just... I actually haven't watched it recently. It's been like
Now,
a couple of years.
I'm still curious. Is that the one with Molly Ringwald's tits? I'm still looking for that one. I'm gonna search that.
And that's all you need to know.
Molly Ringwald tits.
Where
Bring
is my
in more movie genre
automobile?
questions.
What's going on about tits? What?
I'm trying to find out what movie has Molly Ringwald's tits in it.
Yay, tits.
Hey, Sean.
She does not.
Hey,
look good anymore.
Chris. How's it going, buddy?
I want 2014 to come because I want to see that Godzilla movie. God damn it!
I
The
want
new
to...
one? It's not gonna come out in 2014.
Still 2013. What about 2015? Star
Yeah, it
Wars,
is.
come on.
They're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
but I
coming out
care
this
more about
time. I'm like,
Godzilla
no.
than Star Wars.
Whoa.
And
Just
I
hold your
will
tongue
tell you
there, young
you
son.
you should know Godzilla. I'm a Godzilla guy.
Don't be
I always have been.
don't be
Godzilla
talking
nut. But,
smack about Star Wars
They're
now.
shooting the film in Vancouver.
Well,
Yeah,
then
they say they're going forward, but we'll see.
wait a minute. They're shooting it in Vancouver?
Vancouver, Washington?
Yeah, they're shooting Godzilla in Vancouver.
Shut up, Stout.
No, Vancouver, Canada.
Only speak when you have something good to contribute. God damn it.
The movie with Molly Ringwald's tits is called Malicious. I guess. That's
Yay, tits.
Why don't you just go to Ray Drew, Molly Ringwald, and find it there?
because Google image search gives me lots of pictures of boobs.
Fuck you, Stout. I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. Why is words not happening?
So Stout has been making all those noises. I was
In
wondering
Bunk
who's
Monks,
making all those sound
you
effects.
can just show yourself out and make sure the door doesn't hit you.
Wow.
When the good hit you.
I just typed BC Film Commission correctly while drunk. That's amazing.
Stout, stop it.
Stop
For
it.
sakes. It's not late enough to be doing this.
Stop it.
It
Whoever's
is
doing
totally late enough.
I think it is.
No.
Okay, wait a
it's
minute,
supposed to
wait a
be doing
minute,
it when
wait
we're about
a
to
minute.
leave.
Okay, films currently filming in BC. Feature films. Nautilus.
Oh, that's right, Nautilus.
And Sitting on the Edge of Marlene. TV pilots. We have Backstrom.
Ooh, can I find out?
Blink. Rita. The 100. Documentary series Ice Pilots NWT Season 5. Yeah, not getting in on that. TV series. TV series filming in Vancouver currently. Arrow Season 1 still filming. Continuum Season 2. Once Upon a Time Season 2. Supernatural Season 8.
Ah, Supernatural.
The
sucked.
Killing Season 3.
Fuck that show. I have no idea why. Just fuck it anyway.
The Switch. And Witches of East End. And finally, a movie of the week, The Last Halloween. The reason I mention all of these...
Turn down Godzilla.
These are all of the current films and television productions filming in BC that those of us who live in BC could apply to be extras for. So, maybe.
Is there a similar site for films being shot in Arizona?
Probably, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's called Fuck You.
It's like
Industry secret, bitch.
the only thing I know, of film related to Arizona is that the hotel from the opening scene in Psycho is here.
Yep.
Oh, Funk Monk says
Welcome to
I
the
lost
hotel.
interest in Arrow. Okay, now, about that, I have seen up to episode 9, and I have not yet lost interest in it, though it has yet to fully grab me. Now, I have heard... Now, after episode 9, it kind of went on a break for a couple months over the holidays. I have heard that the current batch of episodes 10 through 16, are amazing and worth checking out. So, maybe not quite time to write off Arrow just yet. I don't know. I have not watched those episodes yet. I can't speak from personal experience, but I am hearing that the current batch of episodes have been phenomenal. So, yeah.
Oh, and
I'll let you
Raptor,
know.
I'm not going to defend Godzilla's Revenge because it's the worst abomination on this planet. I'd rather watch The Room on repeat than ever see that one again.
Wow.
It's literally... It's
I have The
worse
Room on
with-
Blu-ray.
I'm sorry.
The Room. And you talked to, what's his face? David Koresh.
Jimmy Wiseau
who
or
starred in
whatever?
that.
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy
Yeah,
Wiseau.
I talked to Tommy Wiseau.
He's
He
a
was-
really nice dude,
here's
actually.
funny,
I met
actually-
him at Comic-Con.
He is. He's actually, he's very nice, but also very quirky.
Yeah. Quirky's an understatement.
Like, actually, I don't know if you could see that. I've actually saved his number.
You should just call him
Wow.
one
I actually have Tommy Wiseau's number.
day. Just be like, hey, what's up?
I'll call him when I'm drunk one night. I'll just go, oh, hi, Tommy. What's up?
And he'll go,
He'll hang up
oh,
on you.
hi, Chris.
Oh,
He did say that to me. When he called me, he had like a connection problem. He kept going, hello, and I said, hi, is this Mr. Wiseau? He goes, oh, hi, Chris. That was so fucking funny.
Did you?
Because he said it in...
Dude,
You can literally
Everything
go
he
fuck
said
yourself
was so
if you don't like the
in
Miz. Get
character,
the
like-
fuck out.
I remember I asked
he-
you this before, but I'll ask you again. Did you get any of that on video, and will we ever see a video of it? Of any
No,
kind?
there's only one person who witnessed it because I had him on speakerphone.
Oh.
Just,
the hell's
just
wrong with
for
you?
that. I had my... Shut up, Skinslip. You're drunk.
You should have
I'm not
said,
drunk anymore,
like,
actually.
dude,
You
can you
fucking
go on
asshole."
webcam and then I can make this a video?
All you had to do is hit record on your webcam and show it to your friends only. I mean, if he doesn't want it public, that's fine.
It would've-
Show
it
it to your
would've-
motherfucking friends.
I think it's
you
better
fucking
that
asshole.
So wait a minute, wait a minute. You
Shut
you
up,
got
man.
to you had the opportunity to converse with and interview Tommy Wiseau, one of the most notable recent celebrities of cult films, and you
Yeah.
did no recording
Well,
of
the
any
funny is,
kind
he was-
of this.
He asked me to, like, when he called, he said, we are also scheduling interviews for the Blu-ray, so if you want to give me an interview, just give me an email, and I will do that. And I sent him the email, and he didn't ever respond back, but I found out he didn't like my review very much.
Oh,
Oh. Probably because,
And I
you
don't-
fucked it up.
I told everyone to go spend $40.
man, you fucked it up. They're gonna kill
Maybe-
that poor
I
woman.
did, I fucked it up.
Maybe
and-
he-
Sorry,
maybe
Chris,
he didn't-
but I didn't like your interview too much. So your
maybe
review,
he didn't like it because you didn't verbally fillet him hard enough.
your
Jesus.
review kind
saw
of
your
Yeah, he
review.
didn't like
sucked.
his
So
problem with it was I'll let you know something. His issue with it was that I said that the case was different than most Blu-rays, and I think another issue he had is that everything I said positive, he seemed to have an issue with,
what?
even though he actually asked me to be very positive.
Well, what the fuck?
I don't understand. He's crazy because
I
you
don't know.
played
Like,
it in
I
super
kept,
hard,
like I kept
dude.
saying,
And I don't blame you because
I don't know.
Dude,
He's
you know?
weird. Like,
yeah. No, dude, if Tommy Wiseau called me right now and say,
So-
I'll give you the DVD if you do a review, I will suck his dick verbally so hard.
Visually.
It's the
Frank asks, did Tommy get mad at Doug Walker?
I did, and I basically did that in the review. I gave it
Yeah,
glowing
you did
praise,
that, Chris. I
basically.
saw
said it
your
looked great
review.
on Blu-ray, which it does. It does.
Hang on.
I saw your review. You aced it. I don't know what his problem is, dude.
Holy shit, talking.
Fuck you. You
did
talked for 45 minutes straight. You can
That's
suck,
okay.
all right?
Yeah.
It's my fucking show. Suck it. Frank asks, did Tommy get mad at Doug Walker? Nostalgia Critic.
I mentioned Doug.
Oh dear.
He didn't seem too thrilled that I brought him. Because what he said was, let me remember what exactly happened. He said, "How have you seen The Room?" And I said, "I saw it on Adult Swim years ago." And he said, "Oh yeah, I was on the Tim and Eric show." I said, "Yeah, I remember that." And he mentions how to do the review. Like I said, you can do this, you can do that. I said, "Yeah, I've seen Doug Walker's review. I know what not to do." He said, "Yeah, no." Apparently he remembered who Doug Walker is.
I love how you do Tommy's voice whenever you quote him.
Chris sound like that. He sounds
you
much
sound
more
like
mellow.
him, by the way. You
What?
absolutely sound like him.
Thank you.
Having met the man,
Not what
you
it
sound
sounds like.
pretty close to him.
Thank you very much, Skin Slip. I love you.
Oh, God. You know, I met him, and he's a very nice man, but he is fucking weird. Oh,
You know, I really liked that.
He's like Christopher Walken from Mars.
I liked that web series he was doing. I don't think he's doing it anymore, but it was the Tommy Wiseau show or whatever.
The Tommy Wiseau, yeah, I actually brought that up as well.
Where-
Said they're not doing it anymore.
Oh, but where it was Tommy
I was like, oh, I
Wiseau.
love the Tommy Wiseau. Are you gonna do any more?
Where
He said, "Oh, we did not have the budget to do another season. Machinima was not interested."
oh, fuck Machinima. I fucking hate
yeah,
Machinima.
yeah.
They're such bullshit.
It's because he didn't get enough advertising, that's why.
Yeah.
He wants to do. Apparently, he and Tim and Eric are working on a TV show for Adult Swim.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
cool.
I can see that combo
that'd be-
working.
that's like perfect, but
What was I gonna say?
I would ask him a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
love
movies
that
is he
show.
gonna do? Like, if he's gonna do more movies.
Where it's basically Tommy Wiseau abducted by aliens and forced to play video games. Just
Yep, that's Tommy Wiseau.
watching him play Dead Space 2 and not even being able to get out of the first room.
Why, alien? Why you do this to me?
He's just like, okay, I
the
think...
alien's name is Alien.
He's like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing. And he's just like, it's just Isaac in the straitjacket running into the wall, and then just like, running into the wall and getting pummeled by necromorphs. It's like, okay, I think he's moving now. He's just like, ow,
All
ow,
the spelling.
ow.
It's probably typed up by Wiseau.
It probably is like, here, let me just read this to you for a second. The Room is an electrifying American black
Wait,
comedy about love,
Chris,
betrayal, and lies.
Chris, wait. You have
Yes.
to read it
Yes.
in Tommy Wiseau's voice.
Yes.
I'm trying to. Okay. Let me do it again. The Room is an electrifying American black comedy about love, passion, betrayal, and lies. It's what happens in real life. You could be with your loved woman, and all of a sudden, boom,
Oh, Jesus.
she's in
tell me you're
bed with
recording
her
this.
best friend or a family member. The Room depicts of friendships and
recording this.
relationships in one life and raises life's real and most asked question: can you ever really trust anyone? It's a reflection of your life.
Perfection.
And
So fucking bland.
it comes in CL, which means combo language, which means you have English subtitles with
C-
Spanish subtitles.
What?
Yeah.
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
I will say, like, he said on the phone, he said, "This is the first Blu-ray to use combo language, and do you know what this means, Mr. Chris?" I said, "No, what does that mean, Tommy?"
Mr.
It
Chris.
means while you're watching the movie in English, you can also have English subtitles, and if you have a friend who cannot understand, you can have Spanish subtitles with the English subtitles, so he can read it in the English language. Who
Wow.
does that?
Nobody. There's like
What
5 people
Blu-ray
who want
needs
that.
2 sets of subtitles?
let's just fill the screen with text. It's like when you have you have extra
he
toolbars
kept
on your
telling me,
browser, and your browser
talk
window's
about
like this
combo
big. Wow.
He kept emphasizing talk about combo language, please. Like he really wanted me to talk about combo language.
That's because he
And
probably owns the
It's not
copyright to
what
it
I
and
say.
wants it to be all like.
he created it. He created combo language.
That's crazy. Raptor Rivera says.
Apparently, this is the winner of the audience award at the New York Film Festivals.
Raptor Rivera says FlickPick got called up to audition for Doug Walker. His website was going to have a Blu-ray review segment. Walker never called back. Couldn't notice the talent.
FlickPick puts so much work into his videos.
FlickPick really does. He's just butt slammed me into obscurity. Apparently.
I mean, he's not super informative, but he's got a really entertaining show.
Yeah, no, FlickPick.
That's the difference between your shows.
I remember FlickPick was one of the people who started because they were inspired by me, apparently, and then he just took it off in his own direction and inspired me. Like, I remember I commented on one of his videos, and he's like, "Oh my God, Sarah Nizar commented on one of my videos." I'm like, "Well, yeah, you're awesome, dude." Yeah.
He doesn't even comment on my videos, so whatever.
Yeah, no,
he doesn't comment on mine either, but like.
So I remember he's commented on mine.
Actually,
he's commented on mine a few times.
To say I'm one of the only people he talks to.
Yeah. Well, he can talk to me anytime. He doesn't need to be intimidated by my apparent greatness in his eyes.
Yeah, he's kind of
I
shy.
I like that he's gone in his own way. You know, he didn't let just copy your format, get popular, and then say "fuck Sean."
No, he didn't. He definitely went his own way. I haven't watched a lot of his videos. I've watched a few, and I noticed like he puts a lot of effort into his presentation.
It's some of them are quite random.
Yeah, like he does a lot of impressions, and he'll do like before he gets into what was it I watched? It was his Scarface video. Where he started off, he was basically doing an impression of Scarface, and then he did a little skit there, and then he got into the Blu-ray review. So that's kind of what his style is. He does like impressions and skits and. Hey, dude, I saw your Avengers video. That was pretty epic.
No.
What? Yeah, really? But you did. You did so much work for that. That was like such an epic. It was such an epic collaboration. I mean, yes, it was cheesy as hell, but I mean, you got so many people involved in it. I mean, it was.
It's so good. I know what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Well, thank you. But I think there are only like 3 videos. I'm holding 2. I'm retarded. There are 3 videos I've made in my life that I actually like, and I kind of have like a sort of self-hatred. Like if I watch my own videos, I'll be like, "Oh, why did I do this? I should have done that."
Yeah.
Well, that's the sign. But every artist.
Yeah.
Does
I know, but
you're always your own worst critic.
I hate my own videos.
Yeah. No,
like,
I rarely watch my own videos, despite what everybody thinks.
Like every time I watch my Avengers video, I'm watching going, "Oh, why didn't I do that?" Or like the bad effects are not all are on purpose because I'm not good with visual effects.
Yeah. But I mean, that's part of the fun, though.
That
becomes part of the fun. Is like when
I was hoping to get that across because some people have just said you're terrible at visual effects. I know that. That's the humor.
Yeah.
You say
look at Star Trek. You know, my Star Trek reviews.
Yeah. Your response should be, "I'm not terrible. It was purposely bad, you fucking idiot." You know? And then you expect your style.
Review,
you know?
I really like. I like my The Room review because I thought it came out pretty funny.
But apparently Tommy Wiseau didn't like it, so...
Well, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Seriously, honestly...
Did I mention I have the Incredible Hulk DVDs? Just thought I'd mention that. This is awesome.
Good, but I hope you agree. The only one I love to death, I love the Muppets video. That's my favorite.
The Muppets one was awesome. That was great. Yeah, that was a really good collab video.
That's the only one I love.
I remember when that came out, it instantly got flagged, and you were messaging me frantically on Skype, dude, what the fuck? What happened? Like, is it not a parody? And I said, well, technically no. You just basically did a cover of the
Yeah.
song. You didn't actually do a parody of it. You just did the song. And you're like,
Slightly
oh, yeah, I guess I kind of did.
Does that stay up?
I mean, you
in a
did
better-
it well. There's no question about that. You did it well, and everyone involved did it well. But you didn't parody it. You just did it, and that was.
Did it stay up or did it get taken down?
No, it's
No,
actually
it stayed up.
here's the funny the little twist. I now work with Disney, and they love that Muppets video.
Yeah. So it was probably like one of their automated flagging algorithm
Yeah,
Might have
things.
been.
that's the thing
Yeah.
on
The
YouTube.
only one,
is,
the only one I ever got
there's so
lifted
many
was Earthworm
automatic
Jim. I actually
flags.
called Universal and said, "Hey, you fucked up," and then they changed it.
Actually, Universal seems to be really good about that. We were talking about Dune earlier. They actually flagged my Dune videos.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, when I did my 2-part videos about just my Dune collection, and they flagged the first part, which was about the Universal releases and the Universal movie, and I disputed it. And they watched. I guess somebody at Universal watched the videos and realized that it was in error, and they lifted it. Because I said basically, I'm talking about the DVDs and Blu-rays I have in my
It's not even a
collection.
clip.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even have any clips in it. At most I show the cover.
You're holding
know.
shit up. I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I show the
You're
cover
telling me
and
to
I
buy-
talk about the releases and I compare the two.
Your money.
It's a critique,
Yeah.
and they agreed. So they lifted it, and I'm making money on that video now. So there you
The
go.
only thing I ever got flagged was a wrestling video that got flagged with WWE. I'm like, this stars none of your stars. Why are you flagging this? And it got lifted. I'm like, okay.
Funk Monk says the UK Marvel sets from Clear Vision are great. Yes, I absolutely agree.
I want the whole
I have a couple of UK viewers who are very gracious enough to send me the vast majority of them. I think the only thing I'm
None
missing.
of them sent me them.
I think the only one I'm missing at this point is the
Sorry.
90s Spider-Man set.
Yeah, I want the
That's
90s.
the only one I'm missing.
Things like this.
I've got all the 80s ones. I've got like the Fantastic
I hate you,
Four. I've got most of the 60s animated shows. Yeah, I basically got pretty much the entire Clear Vision collection minus a couple of things.
The thing is, Chris,
But,
that's probably getting
great
released by
stuff.
Sony next year as the 30th anniversary of Transformers. So.
We hope. Is there any actual official
Yeah, but
word
I
on that?
haven't-
Or
Sony says they're considering it. That's all they've said.
they said what?
They're considering it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
better than nothing, dude. I mean,
yeah.
all they do
Well, I
is port
hope
that
so.
release over to region 1. Problem solved. The end.
Yeah. That's
That's
true.
an
But
excellent version.
this is my favorite. Like I think a garbage game was talking about this earlier about like having one thing that's out of print or very rare.
Yeah.
I think this is it.
That's a
My
pretty good
friend-
one to have, yeah.
My friend owns the UK one. That's like $200 on eBay.
Yeah, but this
Holy
one,
shit,
I think,
really?
I thought the
Wow.
UK
Yeah.
one was region locked.
It is, but it doesn't matter. He still owns it.
Because the Australian one is region free, which is why
Yeah.
I wanted this one.
So that's
I
the
think
Australian
There's
one?
actually more bonus.
Yeah.
This one
That's
actually
cool.
has. I don't know if it's the same on the. Correct me if it's the same on the UK, but Scramble City has the original
Yes.
no commentary track.
Yeah, no, the UK Ultimate Edition that I have has that with the original audio.
That version, Chris, goes for $75
Wow.
on eBay.
That's
Or on
awesome.
Amazon, actually, through Amazon.
Yeah, the 20th anniversary edition Region 1 release has Scramble City with just commentary, no original audio.
The best thing on here is the
I have
Q&A.
a
with
bootleg of Scramble City.
The
on,
The Region
The other one.
2 version has the original audio, plus it also has a commentary track. I actually have a...
Holy shit! There's a bonus episode of Beast Wars.
I have, I believe... Is it Scramble City? Yeah, it's Scramble City. I actually have a fan dub and re-edit of that episode, which actually ties it together more solidly with as a bridge between season 2 and the events of the movie. Really well done, I have to say.
I have
Yeah.
Transformers Zone and Transformers Scramble City fan sub bootleg because it wasn't available when I bought it.
Yeah, I got
So,
Zone as well.
This was 2000.
Yeah.
I had like maybe 5 bootlegs I've ever bought.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
No, I have Zone.
Oh my god!
subbed
Hold on a second.
as well.
There's a. I did not notice this before, but there's a massive typo here.
Uh-oh.
Like an
Yeah,
unforgivable one.
Freezing.
Leonard Nimoy's name wrong.
Oh, God.
Lemoy.
Leonard Nimoy's name is spelled wrong. It says it's spelled Lenardni.
Leonard.
Where's the fucking O?
Should be Leonard.
Yeah, it says
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard.
RD.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy.
Luna.
Even if this does, if your theory is correct, Skin, so even if this does get released over here, I'm still gonna keep this.
You should keep that. It'll still be rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
and
Why
especially
not?
if you just made
Who
it-
knows?
and the-
Maybe nothing on here gets ported.
And yeah, and special features may not get ported. You never know.
The Region 2 Ultimate Edition I have also has like a fan convention appearance by Peter Cullen.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh
like
yeah,
about a,
that's on here too.
yeah, it's probably the same one.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-minute thing where he answers questions from fans and also performs a lot of notable Optimus Prime
Yep,
lines.
that's the one. Q&A
Yeah.
with Peter Cullen.
The thing I found odd about it is it has him sitting in front of a desk, like a fold-out table, and
Yeah.
it's just a fold-out table sitting there. There's no like covering over it or anything, so you basically see his legs under the table, and it just looks really strange and awkward.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Also, that Blu-ray
Well,
release
it's-
only has the touch of the film clip. It doesn't have the full music video. That's
No, it has
the
a full
only-
music video.
It says movie clip on the back.
Really?
Yeah, it says movie clip on the back, but it's actually the full music video.
Is
I know
it?
because I've watched that more times than the movie because I love that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
That's
the Ultimate Edition has the video as well.
the touch.
One of them has it anyway.
You got the power.
Stan Bush for the win.
Where is
Probably still doing concerts consisting entirely of the touch and
Fight to Survive.
that other
and-
he?
song.
There.
Dare, that's what it is.
Yeah. Also, Fight to Survive
Damn!
and
Gotta
Kumite
believe
from Bloodsport. Let's not forget about that.
There you go. So that was
Stan
his two,
Bush is one of the most
Kumite,
underrated
Kumite.
rock guitarists.
that was his two claims to fame: Bloodsport and Transformers the movie. There you go.
Actually, I have all his music albums. He's quite a talented musician.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
those songs we know from Transformers were fucking awesome.
Also, there's
What if you
the
guys-
cover song from Boogie Nights. Don't forget about that.
Boogie Nights.
Yep.
I've never seen Boogie Nights.
Neither have
I
I.
love how you say that name. Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
It's not the
Boogie
Boogie, it's the
Nights.
Boogeyman. The Bogeyman.
Wait, Sean, do you still have the
Boogie.
20th anniversary DVD of the movie?
Yes, of course I do. I have 3 editions of the movie on DVD. I've got the original Rhino release. The special collector's edition Rhino release, which features an interview with Vince DiCola, who did the score. I also have the 20th anniversary 2-disc version without the lenticular cover, unfortunately. But
My lenticular's somewhere.
I've actually got the lenticular.
oh
Yeah,
well,
no.
fuck you.
I had the my lenticular
I actually,
is somewhere.
I
no idea.
taped it to the cover so I could never lose it.
And then I've got the 2-disc Ultimate Edition, which is the Region 2 version. And the nice thing about having that and the 20th Anniversary Edition and the Special Collector's Edition is all 3 editions have different extras. So, and basically, well, and also having the UK version, I now have the UK cut of the movie, which actually has a different opening title sequence.
That is true. I
So that's pretty
forgot
cool.
about that. I should probably get that.
Yeah, it has a scrolling
Unless maybe
It has like scrolling
is it
Star Wars
possible
style.
that could be in the deleted scene?
No, I don't think it is. It's not on the 20th anniversary edition. But the
Well, it's on. There's like
the main difference is the UK edition has a scrolling Star Wars style titles at the beginning,
Yep.
As if it didn't look like a Star Wars ripoff enough.
With the fuck, what is his name? Fuck, I can't remember his name. But anyway, the Transformers narrator guy, basically doing narration of the scrolling credits. So the U.S. version has just the the titles with the cast list and the theme song playing. The UK version has none of that. It basically goes from the opening scene with the Unicron to the scrolling credits and the narrator reading the credits, while the theme plays very quietly in the background. So the theme is nowhere near as prominent in the UK version.
And apparently also has Victor Caroli promising the return of Optimus Prime for the end credits. With Mannix said.
Really? Okay,
oh my
I
God,
didn't see that
Leonard
part.
name is misspelled on the back of this too.
Yep.
Victor
I thought you knew
Caroli,
that.
there it is.
Fuck?
Sorry.
Why is Leonard Nimoy's name misspelled on the Transformers movie?
I actually, one of my contributions to the Matrix set, the Show Factory set, was the original sort of end of the episode teaser for the return of Optimus Prime. It was actually a short,
I remember that.
a short like 5-second teaser saying, "Is Prime really dead? Find out in the return of Optimus Prime, coming soon to the Transformers." I have that recorded from the original broadcast.
So annoyed about the return of Optimus Prime.
And
It wasn't dead.
a fairly nice quality copy, and they used that as their master for the it actually doesn't appear in the extras. It appears as part of one of the documentaries on the extras.
Cool.
So they included it as part of it.
I envy that you've contributed to so many Shout Factory releases, because I've always wanted to do that.
It's great because I'm really glad that even as a young teenager, I had the foresight to record all my stuff in SP. So much nicer video and audio quality, which has really stood the test of time a lot better than my EP recordings.
It's nice to see that you were insane then too.
Yes, absolutely. Because my insanity then means now I've been able to contribute something worthwhile to Transformers fans the world over.
Absolutely. I'm not saying it didn't mean anything.
If you
insane.
look at the last disc of the Matrix set with all the extras, every single one of the commercials on that disc are from my tapes. Those are ones that I contributed. So
how surreal was it to watch those on an official release?
It was pretty cool, actually. I was like, oh my God, these are the ones that I sent them. Because I did the best possible quality transfers I could, and they were apparently quite grateful for that. Because I was able to pass them through my Digital 8 camcorder to time-base correct them and stabilize them and make them nice and crisp. And I sent them full uncompressed DV AVI files of those episodes that they could then compress to whatever bitrate they wanted for DVD.
Fucking it.
And it was great. And easily, honestly, not to toot my own horn, but the commercials that I contributed versus the commercials that other people contributed are easily the best quality commercials on that collection. So, by a pretty wide stretch. So, I gave them everything that I could find from my personal archives. So, I was really happy to be able to contribute, especially given that it was the 25th anniversary set. So I was really happy to be able to contribute to like an anniversary set, and the fact that it was like the de facto definitive ultimate Transformers set,
Yeah.
So I was really, really glad to be a part of that, for a show that I've been a fan of for so many years, basically since it started. So
Are you going to be picking up their Beetlejuice box set?
I definitely want that Beetlejuice set. Yeah, I
actually grew up with. The funny thing is,
Man.
I watched the show, but I have never seen the movie.
And welcome back, Cass.
Hello.
I loved the cartoon. I thought the cartoon was just hilarious. Frank asks, did I help out with the Gem DVD? Yes, I did, actually. I didn't have as many Gem commercials. I did have one. Specifically the commercial for Video, the doll of Video. That's the one that I contributed. And because I contributed, they actually gave me a free review copy of the set. So I actually did get the gem set for free from Shout Factory. So that was
a
quite
great
nice.
relationship with Shout Factory.
That's a really good release. I was really happy with that set and glad to get it and glad I was able to contribute to it. It was great stuff. I was glad that they finally released that series because it's one that I've actually been wanting to see the rest of for a very long time. I still have to watch the rest of it, actually. Rosie really likes it. She's watched a few of them. Yeah.
Good show.
Yep.
What else can you say?
Wow, was that the conversation killer right there?
I don't think so. What?
Ended.
Fucking
Done.
cartoon. Gem's awesome, man.
Gem is awesome. Do you have the gem set, Chris? I can't remember. If
Not
you have
yet.
It or not.
It's on my to-get list.
Okay.
I literally have a to-get list, and they're all cartoons. I got to get that Ninja Turtles van box. I got to get the rest of the Transformers. I got to get Gem.
Can I just line up the entire cast, the female cast of Gem, and just fuck them all?
I always wanted to fuck all the Misfits, man. They were
Yeah,
hot.
all the female cast.
Bad
that's
girls.
The, Misfits,
The bad
yeah.
girls.
Even the fat chick from that one episode, I'd fuck her.
Manic says, I've always wanted robotics to be released. Yeah, see, that's another example of like a short-lived one. It was only a mini-series, originally appeared on Super Saturday, Super Sunday. I do have the Region 2 DVD release of that. I used to have the VHS release that, I think it was Vestron put that one out.
Vestron, yeah. They're still around, you know.
But Frank asks, how did you and Shout Factory meet? Actually,
He said met, but yes.
met, yeah, but it was
We had coffee one day.
It was a couple of things. It was I had done some videos about Shout Factory releases that caught their attention, specifically my Sonic the Hedgehog complete series review and the Jason the Wheeled Warriors 3-part review that I did.
That was the first video of yours I ever saw.
Yeah, and at the same time, I was posting the Shout Factory message boards and chatting with people quite a bit. And one day, basically, Brian Ward just contacted me, and we got to talking through email. We talked on the phone a few times. Really nice guy. Really, definitely one of me.
I love Brian Ward, man.
Another geek through and through. Grew up with a lot of the same cartoons I did, so we had a lot to talk about. And it was one of those really casual things where it's like he would call me and we would just shoot the shit for like 20 minutes, talking about cartoons and TV shows and stuff, and just having a good chat before getting down to any kind of business. And
that's a good relationship right there.
Yeah, it was great. It was really cool.
him.
I really enjoyed just how casual and friendly he was and stuff. He was very, very approachable, very easy to talk to.
Seems like a nice dude. Yeah.
So we just got to talking. We talked on the phone a fair amount, and when he was working on the Transformers and G.I. Joe sets, he would call me periodically to ask if I knew of any fan sources and like if I knew of any sources of information for what specifically fans found wrong with the Rhino releases, so that Shout Factory could try not to repeat those mistakes. They
put
put
an earful, didn't you?
They put a lot of work into those, and they really wanted to make sure that they were sets that fans would be pleased with. And so yeah, we talked on the phone quite a bit. We chatted on the message boards quite a bit. We got into some arguments, about we were talking about the aspect ratio issue with G.I. Joe for a while.
Yeah.
But in the end, it ended up, just as a great relationship where I was able to help contribute to some sets that I myself as a fan am proud to own, and that I knew that other fans would be proud to own and really, appreciate. So, holy shit, Cass, you're noisy.
He drank the entire can in one go.
No, there's like one sip left in that can, and I just opened a new one.
There you go.
It looked like you opened it and just chugged the whole fucking
Oh.
thing. I was like, holy
Chain
shit,
token.
cats. I was like, that's fucking impressive. You need to make a video of that.
Well, we got a video of that. Now we're recording everything here on Livestream. But yeah, long and the short of it is, Shout Factory and I have always been very friendly. We haven't talked a lot lately, unfortunately, I don't know that Brian's that involved with them anymore. I don't know what the story is there, but I haven't really heard from them much.
I assumed he was because I talked to him a couple weeks ago about a review I did of one of the products.
Yeah? Oh, well, maybe...
Yeah, in fact, he actually...
Maybe I just pissed him off and he's avoiding me now. I don't know.
Because Brian had actually sent me a tweet saying that he was watching a video currently and then tweeted again on like a follow-up on like things I pointed out, kind of very Zaren Izraaki pointing out errors.
Mm.
And he's like, oh, there's reasons for those issues, but I'm glad you like the set.
Yeah, the last thing I heard from him was when I posted my first look at the gem set. And that was it. I haven't heard from them since.
Get on their press list, man.
Yeah, I should.
They're doing Fat Albert, man.
I know. I'd love to get that Fat Albert set.
Yes, because you know you get to. There's actually a junkyard in my neighborhood. I got a sketch in mind.
Oh, nice.
I'm an
I think
animator,
I
too,
see
so
where
I
you're
can
going with
have
that.
Can anyone here do a Fat Albert? Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
Hey,
my mouth full of nachos.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh.
Hey, guys. No. I usually do a little better when I'm drunk and full of
Did it ever
nachos.
distract anyone that Fat Albert's singing voice was not at all like his speaking voice?
Nope, didn't bother me at all because I never watched the fucking show.
Ah.
How dare you? It's like
There's nothing wrong with the show.
greatest
it's just
cartoons
wasn't my
ever made.
show, you know?
I think you were saying the other night, Skin Sub, was just a little bit after or before your time, so you
Yep.
didn't really watch it.
Zach, there's
Never
nothing
got
wrong
into
with the show. It's just that I'm racist.
Yeah. Exactly. Wait, no. Well, a little bit.
And the truth comes out.
I hate
Why do I
white
want to
people, it's
bet?
true.
Why do I
Fucking
watch a show about a bunch of underprivileged black youths? Come on.
Do we still have viewers on your show, Sean?
What?
Do we still have viewers on the show?
25 people.
Yeah, at least
Well,
25.
20 people.
Hi, 25
It's
people. Hit the
Well-
fucking like button. Come on. You obviously
One,
like what
two,
you're
three,
seeing.
4, 5. 6 of them are us. So we still have 19 people watching.
Doesn't cost you anything. There's no obligation. You're not subscribing to anything. You're just hitting the like button. Say, hey, I like this. Done. Go on with your life.
Where does it show up if I click like?
I don't know.
Yeah, Facebook, I would assume.
No, if you click like, it just likes the channel and makes Livestream know that this channel is liked. That's all it does.
Yeah.
I liked it.
There you go.
It's on the bottom of the video or above the video. Either one works.
Yeah.
It keeps going between 17 and 18.
That's awesome.
17.
Are people
18.
unliking it
Do I
now?
like or don't I like it? Do I like it or don't I like it?
I'm sorry, was I too much of a dick? Are you
19,
unliking
18.
it now?
19, 18, 19. There we go.
That's been me all evening. I was doing that earlier. It's like, oh, Sean's dropping in the polls.
Fuck you, Navi.
What?
I thought I heard Navi say, hey.
Apparently Chris is racist too.
Yeah, you gotta hit the blue people. Fuck the blue
No, you
people.
No, I
did.
know.
That's my text message thing.
I
Oh.
thought it was. toot, 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 toot.
Yeah, I changed it because it was driving Sean nuts.
Oh,
audibly.
you should have left
He
it. It's
kept-
hilarious.
He kept like repeating the theme song, even though he's never seen the show.
I
What?
think
Oh,
your text jingle should be, fuck you, Oon!
you clearly heard me in the other room.
Yes.
No, I was away. Go, go,
Start singing
Power
along.
Rangers! Oh, I know the theme song, because it was drilled into my head of fucking YouTube ads up the yin-yang. And it would always come on after something I actually wanted to see. I'm like, oh, it's Power Rangers again. AC says, I've been in and out of consciousness because I was dead tired when the show started. Still here!
Awesome. Whoever you are.
Frank says, I wish YouTube would do away with the likes and dislikes ratings. There's been some discussion about that in the YouTube community help forums recently. The main reason being that a lot of people feel that the dislike button is a troll's tool, and that a lot of people abuse it. There was one good suggestion that could definitely help the issue. Was that what if the dislike button or the like and dislike buttons could only be used by people who are actually subscribed to your channel?
I like
That's a
that
great
idea.
I think it's a
fantastic.
very
By the
simple
way,
solution. Yeah.
This fucking sucks. My case broke. Did you see this? Did I show you guys
Oh my god!
this? This is not supposed to. This is not supposed to fucking happen.
Oh my god! That thing is that the one with the mask?
Yeah.
That thing
It's a
was
limited edition.
honestly that thing was pretty cheap fucking plastic to begin with, as I recall. I've seen that happen with a lot of people.
This mine was perfect until I moved. I broke during moving. I'm fucking pissed. Oh,
My Blade Runner briefcase got chipped, but clearly not as bad.
shit. The whole top of this is free floating.
You want some heartbreak? I dropped my real Ghostbusters set on the floor, and the case got damaged.
I have number 362 of 50,000. Okay, that's a pretty fucking low number.
Holy shit! That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
It's dead.
How bad was the Ghostbusters damage, Sean?
There's I mean, it's still more or less intact, but there was some damage to a couple of the corners where it's the cardboard, which, if you've seen the set, it's really thick, heavy, sturdy cardboard.
Oh yeah,
Ripped.
I saw that review. Like,
It actually ripped.
Wow,
There's
really?
2 distinct rips on it,
That sucks.
where it just came completely.
You're gonna mend it up?
I don't know if there's anything I can do. Like, I mean,
What
if,
you could do, Sean, is buy a second set and then swap it out and send me the broken ones. I'd be okay with that.
well, yeah, that's true. I could do that.
Yeah, but wait, the new sets don't have the steel books though.
You keep the interior.
No.
you
I
just
keep the
swap
steel
it over.
books and just swap
Yeah.
the boxes.
And then sends me the damaged one because I'll fucking mend it all up with my
Yeah.
model making skills.
There you go.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't like severely damaged, but it's enough that it's no longer perfect and it pisses me off.
Heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact that, and it was such a stupid mistake. Basically, I was rearranging some stuff on my shelf. I moved the real Ghostbusters set, and it completely blanked on the fact that like it opens from the bottom.
Oh.
So I was holding the top, and I slid it off the shelf, and the bottom just dropped right out with
That's steel.
all the 5 steel books in it, which are ridiculously heavy, and
Yeah.
just like it's so like I
went
slide it
plonk.
out, it starts to slip out of my hand. I try to catch it, and it just tumbles out of my hand and wham onto the floor. I'm like, oh fuck me.
If you hadn't touched it, it would have flopped straight down to plonk and
Yeah.
been done.
Yeah, it probably would have been fine if I hadn't tried to save it. It would have been fine. But
That's how it
you know,
works. Yeah.
You know, hindsight is 20/20, right?
Absolutely. Nothing you can do about
But
it.
yeah, I mean, it was just a moment of stupid carelessness, and yeah,
It's just unfortunate.
It is what it is. Shit happens, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cry over this.
Frank asks a question for everybody. If someone puts a dislike rating on any of your videos, do you get mad? A question for anybody.
No.
Most of the time, not really, because I mean, most of the time when people hit the dislike button, like a lot of times I've noticed, like for example, when I was posting my Area 51 playthroughs recently, the video would just go live and there would instantly be 2 dislikes on it. Like before, I mean, clearly before anybody had any time to watch the actual video, they were just disliking it because they didn't like video game videos or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, it would irritate me to some extent because I was like, really? You're that much of a dick that you're just going to dislike it because you don't like the subject of the video? Just don't watch the fucking video then. You know? But some people, I mean, I've just come to accept the fact that some people just like to be dicks. You know, and some people are just going to dislike things based on the subject matter without watching the video, without any care about how much work you put into the video or whatever. Like those playthrough videos, those particular ones, I put a lot of work into to make into nice presentations. And it pissed me off to some extent just that some people would be like that, but I got over it pretty quick. You know, it's not the end of the world. because I mean, given like the first hour,
It was,
there would be like 15 likes versus the 2 dislikes that I got in the first 2 minutes. You know, so I know that people who actually enjoy the content are liking it and enjoying it, and that's all that really matters. And so,
And some poor fuck is just sitting there waiting for you to post videos so they can dislike it.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, what am I getting it all bent out of shape because somebody wants to be a dick? So, whatever.
I think Sean can probably agree with me is that there was a point where dislikes became really bad for my videos. Like I started getting more dislikes than likes. From
I remember that.
Really?
It was bullshit, by the way.
That's ridiculous. You were being trolled by somebody.
And
Somebody decided to target you.
In all fairness, I did make a few enemies, but
Yeah,
Maybe.
it happens.
that's just life.
It happens.
That's just life. So,
Yeah.
but it's dramatically decreased. in
Sorry,
recent-
Frank just comments. It says, I didn't like that you got 17 dislikes in that video package that I sent you. Honestly, Frank, I don't think that's anything to do with the fact that it was a package from you specifically. I think at the time I was just receiving a lot of packages from people, and you just happened to be, in with that batch that I'd received at that time.
People were complaining. It was stupid.
People were basically just being whiny little bitches.
Yeah, because
and-
Sean apparently sends packages to himself.
Yeah, yeah, there was a person, that was an insane person who said, oh, I think you just send all these packages to yourself to make it look like people like
And
you.
then there's
Like,
other people
really?
who go, why do you always beg for stuff? Why don't you get a real job? I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like I've never asked for a package in my life. It's like people just send me stuff because they like the
Oh, I'm
show and they
begging
want
for
to
packages.
contribute, you know.
I'm not ashamed.
Skin slip, on the other hand, yeah.
I'll fucking pay.
Skin slip is
I got a
dire
package.
straits. So.
Oh yeah, well, Frank,
Yeah.
honestly, like I wouldn't lose any sleep over trying to understand why. I mean, honestly, I think the long and the short of it is just jealousy. I think people were just, it was at a point where I had received so many packages in such a short period of time that some people were just jealous. And they don't know how to cope, they don't know how to deal with it, they're pissed off, that's, why is this guy getting all this free shit? It's like, I don't know, people just send me stuff. I mean, I'm not
They
gonna...
want to see your thoughts on it.
They want to, exactly. They want to send me stuff to get my thoughts on the items. They want to hear me talk about them and whatnot, and just sort of share my thoughts and feelings on them. And they want to share something with me that they enjoy. Like I know that's why,
Yeah.
Frank, why you send me a lot of the
send
stuff
shit.
that you send me is because it's stuff that you enjoy, and then it's stuff that you feel that I will enjoy as well, or that I will enjoy with Rosie, because you know the kind of stuff we like. And that's why you send it, because you just want to spread the joy, basically. And that's why a lot of people do that. But as to why people dislike it, I think it's just because they're looking at it
It's
for the wrong
multifaceted.
reasons.
Yeah.
They're looking at it because they see it as this jackass is getting a bunch of free stuff. What did he ever do? And why don't people send me free stuff? It's like, well, people don't send you free stuff because you don't contribute anything to the community. Simple like that. Simple as that. And they just can't wrap their heads around that. They're just jealous.
They completely changed the topic. So I bought this off of Shout Factory's website because it came with this nifty box, right?
Oh, the Beast Wars set, yeah.
And look,
Nice.
the box, it falls out, and they're all loose and shit inside.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the store, and I stole slipcases. And the slipcases on the DVDs
Yeah.
fit perfectly. That's the wrong set. Perfectly inside the box. It was like... Hold on, let me just get them back in because I wanted to show how wobbly and shitty they were. Right? So I stole the slipcases because the manager at the store didn't mind. But they fit perfectly. And they fit so secure.
Oh, there you go. See, that's
I'm like,
nice.
why didn't they come with slipcases? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting shit from oh, it's fucked up. Dude.
Sorry, Patrick says, I get jealous too. I got jealous when you got those Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog sets and they are out of print. And funny enough, those are ones that Frank sent me. Were you one of the 17, Patrick?
I actually noticed.
No, I know you
Sonic
weren't.
and Mario have got new pre-orders.
Yeah, well, I mean, similarly, though, Patrick, I mean, you've showed a lot of stuff that I've been jealous of, too. I mean, it's par for the course. I mean, we're all collectors. We're all going to have stuff or get stuff that we all wish we had. It's just part of the part of the, you know, being part of this community.
See, the only thing I'm jealous of is Sean's ability to talk for 20 minutes on any subject, and I can't seem to do more than a 7-minute video on something.
Yeah. Seriously, you don't realize, you guys, this guy literally sits down in front of a fucking camera
And just
and
talks.
goes.
We watched him earlier. He just sits down and just fucking talks.
He has
He's doing it
no
right now,
anything.
basically.
There's no
He
script,
does it right
no
on the
planning.
show. He rambles.
Yeah, the most planning I did today, today I did all 3 parts of the Dead Space disambiguation videos, which are going to go up in a few days as soon as I get around to editing them. And I was actually in a Google chat with some of these guys, and I just turned the camera around so they could watch me film it. And they just watched me film it, basically. And it's much as they say, I just sit down and I go in one take, usually. And in the editing process, I'll trim it up a little bit sometimes. But, yeah, I don't know.
Very rarely, though.
I don't know what to tell you. Gift of
Rapper
gab,
Riera.
I guess.
I've said
There
it
is
before, and I'll say it again. Sean is basically like the Stan Lee of the DVD collecting community.
So, Rapper
He's just
Riera-
very good
Stan Lee.
at talking. He just
Shut up.
knows how to do it.
Stop kissing his ass.
True.
Well, actually, Patrick, you know what I'm jealous of that you have that I wish I had and that I hadn't waited on. You know which one I'm going to say. Garfield and Friends, volumes 3 through 5. There you go.
Garfield Friends.
See?
For me. I miss all of them.
So, you know, it works both ways, man. You know.
Okay, so Rapper Riera was wondering if the Hellboy Director's Cut was still available. I put the Amazon ASIN in the chat. That's available for $7, brand new.
Really? Is that the 3-disc?
Yes.
That's the one I have.
Yeah,
I
so we
have
both
that
have.
too.
Yeah. We all have that.
That's a nice set. I have not picked up the Blu-ray yet, but
The Blu-ray has none of the special features.
no, and that's
Kinda
why.
figured.
I
I need to get the Blu-ray because
The Blu-ray has other special
film-
features.
no.
Like the feature film disc in my set is horribly scratched up because it was used. So I just got to get the Blu-ray for watching purposes, and I can keep the other thing for the bonus features.
And the Blu-ray's got a special feature not available on the other discs, and it's got beautiful transfer. I mean, and it's awesome. Did I mention it's awesome? Yeah, 'cause it's awesome.
Yeah, but it's got Rasputin's diary.
Hmm.
No, I'm saying keep your DVD, but get the Blu-ray.
I'm getting both. Well, I've got the DVD, but I need the Blu-ray.
The
Yeah,
question
Patrick.
is- oh,
Patrick says I thought it was the Spider-Man set, but that is another. Yeah, no, the Spider-Man set definitely. I mean, it would be nice to have a Region 1 version of the Spider-Man set, obviously. But since Bring Our Funerals at least sent me the Region 2 set, I can relax a little bit on that because at least I have the show in some form and I can watch it. You know, I can watch it on my computer.
and the Hellboy 2 disc has different special features also. Just saying.
And
Okay.
Rosie loves the 60s Spider-Man show. Although, we did watch the Origin of Spider-Man episode, and she had a bit of difficulty dealing with the whole death of Uncle Ben thing.
Aww.
Yeah, she had to
That's
leave.
adorable and sad.
She had to leave the room and bawl her eyes out for a couple minutes after that one, but you know, she came back, and then I explained to her. I said, "Well, no, see, sweetie, that's important because it taught Spider-Man a valuable lesson." And you know, I explained to her it's like how that happened because he wasn't using his powers responsibly, and then he realized that he had to be responsible, and you know, stuff like
It's
that.
so sad.
So I explained it to her.
That would have been amazing.
I did actually. I did film it. I've debated whether or not I want to post it though.
No,
But,
no.
'cause it's
something you want to have forever.
It's so heartbreaking.
You
So
should
I
wait
was
until
just
she's older and
I
can
was-
consent to it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I was just trying to give her like a nice experience of like, you know, the story of Spider-Man, how he became Spider-Man, and she thought it was going to be just something, you know, basic and simple, like, oh, he puts on a costume and becomes Spider-Man. But it was a much more emotionally charged story than she was expecting, I think. She was a little bit overwhelmed by it. But bless her heart, she was a trooper. She came back, and we watched the rest of the episode, and I walked her through it. I explained stuff to her as we went, and it was a little bit rough going in a couple spots, but she was good. But it was quite funny because afterwards, I said, "Don't worry, sweetie. None of the other episodes of Spider-Man are as intense as that one." And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to see any more episodes that are like that one." And then she just said, "You can check." So like, yes, I'll pre-watch all the episodes of Spider-Man before you watch them and make sure there's no more sad parts, But it's just the way she said, "You can check." It's so cute.
Your daughter's adorable. It makes me want to have kids. And then I see other kids and go, I don't want kids.
No, she's definitely a rare treasure. I was definitely blessed with her. She's an awesome, awesome kid.
And that was apparently the conversation killer.
The end of the conversation.
So yeah, I need to get the Hellboy 2-disc DVD because it has completely different special features. Eat the other two sets, and then I need to get the King Kong Production Area. So I'm actually have King Kong Production Area to have everything for the 2005 King Kong special feature wise.
So Frank, you're missing a couple of the Garfield volumes as well, and Groovy Ghoulies. Yeah, Groovy Ghoulies is a really good set. I think. Well, I know it's out of print, obviously, because it's a BCI set. I think that one goes for collector's prices now, though, unfortunately.
We're always coming back to cartoons.
Because cartoons are fucking awesome.
He's the cartoon guy. That's why.
You're like the only people I could talk about cartoons to. That's what's awesome.
Yeah. Groovy Ghoulies is great. I vaguely remembered Groovy Ghoulies from when I was a kid, and then watching it again, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this now. And Rosie really likes that one, obviously, because I mean it's the type of show that appeals to younger kids, I think, because it's very fast paced, everything's very short, the stories are very short, the skits are very random and one after the other. Plus, it has like 1 or 2 musical numbers per episode as well, so it's a lot of fun, and she really enjoys it a lot.
Wish I had the Garfield and Friend releases. Jesus Christ. I was totally missed out on those.
I wish I didn't wait on them. I foolishly thought they would be available indefinitely because they were just in print for so long. Yeah. I thought that they were going to be around forever. I did at least I got all the discs with the specials. I got all the primetime specials, and I got the first 2 volumes of Garfield and Friends. But I really wish I'd gotten off my ass and got the last 3 when they were still.
I like the Christmas special, by the way.
The Christmas special is awesome. That's one of my all-time favorite episodes.
When he sleeps in the lap and just
watch that special.
Yeah, I love the Christmas special.
Me too.
Funny is because Garfield being confident.
Oh, that's okay, Patrick. Honestly, one of these days I'm just gonna spring for them. I'll get them. But I appreciate the thought, though.
No illegal copying, Patrick. Bad.
Yeah, no.
The only thing you're allowed to burn are things that aren't available on home video.
Yeah, exactly. Things that aren't available any other way.
Exactly. It's what I have. The only thing I have on bootleg are things that aren't available anywhere else.
Garfield Season 7 intro says Frank says, I wish they had Garfield Season 7 intro and Garfield Volume. Did they not have one of the intros? I know they had a few different intros for the show over the years. But did they leave one of them out? I know the sets that I have the first 2 that they did. There was the first intro, which is a little more slow paced, and then there was the second intro, which was more kind of like the party time intro. The Trap Door, I think I have that actually.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a British series. I'm trying to see.
See, I have seen like TV shows.
Hold on a second, let me see.
From Britain that no one else has, like The Mighty Boosh and Brass Eye. And I mentioned these things, people were like, what's that? I'm like, oh god, Mighty Boosh.
There it is.
Mighty Boosh is awesome.
Like this was from
Coupling.
David Bunch of Numbers.
Coupling's like the greatest sitcom to have ever lived.
Region 2 set, The Trap Door, complete series.
I gotta wait for the video, the stream to catch up so I can actually see.
This was one of those sort of short-lived ones. Well, not really short-lived, but it was short episodes, like 5-minute episodes, and this has all 40 of the 5-minute episodes. I haven't actually watched it yet. I keep meaning to watch it. Yeah, Bump in the Night was another good one, actually. Rosie has a couple DVDs of that. Not the complete series, but the...
I wish I had Rat's Eye Vermin.
But a couple of them. Bump in the Night is great. Yeah, that's what I need to get, Frank. I have the... They did a couple of individual disc, like single disc releases prior to the complete series release. And I have those. But...
I need Brass Eye. What was the other one I wanted?
Patrick says the last intro wasn't included and it was a good thing.
Nathan Barley.
It wasn't as good an intro. So it'd be nice to have it at least for... Oh, God. Yeah, Frank says Garfield Season 7 intro has Garfield doing rap.
Blue Jam.
Yikes.
Blue Jam.
That's kind of scary.
Oh, and Jam. Jam was awesome. Right.
Yo, what up? I'm Garfield.
Oh.
I'm lazy.
Oh, God. I'm lazy.
Yeah, Vermin, I went through this Chris Morris kick, and I was watching a bunch of his stuff. And
Manic says, I'd like to see
wanted...
the Britas Empire released here. Yes, Chris Berry. That was the show that he left Red Dwarf to do for a little while, actually. I've never really seen much of it. And I'd really like to see it. Frank says he has Garfield comics. I actually used to have a pretty good collection of the original black and white books that they published. I think I had the first 15 of them or so, a good chunk of them. They've since reprinted them, of course, in the Fat Cat 3-packs, and then also reprinted most, if not all of them, in color since then. But I had the original black and white volumes that they put out. And that was great stuff. I don't know where they've disappeared to. I used to have them. I think they may have been in that box of books that disappeared mysteriously one year, which is unfortunate. Been meaning to get them again for ages. Oh, you're talking about actual comic books? Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't had any actual Garfield comic books. Yeah, no, I don't have any of those. I just had the original, the books of the comic strips, which were great. I mean, I read them over and over so many times. Actually, Cass was a big fan of those too. Had quite a few of them growing up.
It's actually where I learned how to read, for the most part.
Yeah. You and me both, actually. Yeah, Garfield comics and just comic books in general. I read a lot of comic books when I was a kid.
Oh, when I was like 3 and you'd be, I guess, at school during the day, where I told you this recently, I'd sneak down into your room and read yours.
Oh, yeah?
Because I didn't have any of my own.
Oh, that's great.
I'd sneak down there and read them. And I remember I didn't understand what the words said or anything like that. I was kind of just looking at the pictures and kind of figuring out what was going on.
Right.
And then I'd very carefully put the book back exactly how I found it.
Such a sneak.
No, I was smart because I knew if he caught me, he'd probably strap me to a chair and play Thunderstorms for an hour. Like, no, you're getting an hour of Thunderstorms for that.
An hour of Thunderstorms, just over and over.
This is what Sean would do when I was a little kid, when I was like 3, and he wanted me to leave his room, as he knew I was petrified, like to the core of thunderstorms.
Largely in thanks to me, apparently. I created that fear in him.
So he somehow had a cassette tape which was thunderstorm sounds.
It was a record.
Like,
you know what it was? It was a Disney sound effects record. I still have it somewhere too. I'll have to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to dig it out.
Yeah, so basically, like, I would just be marching around his room and not leaving. So he was like, okay, put on the thunderstorm record. And then I'd go tearing up.
And I'd be like, oh no, it's a thunderstorm. And Kaz would be like, ah, and leave the room. And I'd be just like, peace and quiet at last. Little did I know I was traumatizing this kid.
Well, I'd be peace and quiet for all of about 2 seconds before, like, Mum would come down and ream you out for scaring me out of your room.
Yeah. I was such a dick.
Well, it's a typical teenager who is sort of short-sighted. You know, like, I'll do this to get peace and quiet, and I realize I'm just going to get in trouble in, like, a minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's just about the immediate result.
Yeah.
So thanks to me and my scaring Cass out of my room with thunderstorm recordings, Cass was petrified of thunderstorms for like the next 5 years of his life.
It wasn't until I was 10 that I even first started to get over it.
Yeah, I think I tried to make amends for that for a while, because I remember you visiting me in Winnipeg, and Winnipeg, of course, had pretty epic thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And you were visiting. I think you were just hanging out with me one day when you were in town, and there was a thunderstorm. So we were I was trying to show you the fun of thunderstorms and stuff. So I sort of tried to help reverse the damage that I had done, because I actually felt really guilty about that later. I was like, oh god, because I saw, I think when I came out to visit one time, there was a thunderstorm and you were just like curled up in the fetal position on the couch, unable to move.
Wow.
Well, there was a thunderstorm going, and it's like, oh god, I did that.
Raptor, avoid Nightfall. Read Under the Red Hood. The Man Who Laughs.
The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. Thank
Yeah.
you for pointing on that.
Year one.
Don't read. For the love of God, don't read Nightfall. I love it, but it's not good. I just love it because it was at a time when I was collecting comics, and
Yeah.
it's not good.
Oh, Nightfall, the fucking epic that goes on forever.
And don't get Cataclysm. That's just as bad.
Yeah.
Don't get Bruce Wayne Murderer or Officer Down or any other.
Did you mention Long Halloween?
Oh, get Long Halloween.
Yeah.
Dark Victory.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come is a good representation of Batman. Well, he's kind of crazy.
Sorry, what was this? Sorry, Patrick. We were talking about Frank and Patrick were talking about U.S. Acres and Garfield. Patrick says it's fucking funny, and this episode would make anybody that disliked U.S. Acres episodes jealous. Which one? Oh, okay. U.S. Acres, I mean, they went by the name Orson's Farm on the DVDs, but of course we all know it's U.S. Acres. U.S. Acres I found was kind of hit and miss. I thought that a lot of the time I was just like, oh, it's that farm show that's on in between the Garfield episodes. I'll just sort of bear with it until the Garfield part comes back on. But there were some episodes of U.S. Acres that I thought were actually pretty damn funny. Like
I liked U.S. Acres more than I liked Garfield.
What? Oh, blasphemy! Yeah. But it could definitely have its moments for sure.
I don't know. I just really dug it. Go figure.
Almost going on 6 hours. Awesome. Cheers to almost going on 6 hours.
Raptor. The reason
nobody
why
drinking with me.
Dark
Well, fuck you all. Cheers.
Dark Knight Strikes Again is considered terrible because Frank Miller is insane, and the only good thing he ever did was Year One and Dark Knight Returns and Sin City. Like, he just dropped the fucking shark somewhere in the mid-90s and has never returned.
I have not read Dark Knight Strikes. I know Stout absolutely loves it, and it's his favorite Batman story of all time.
Jumped the fucking shark and never came back. He never came back.
Stout is just like, oh my god, you have to read The Dark Knight Strikes Again. It's so amazing.
While you sleep.
It's like the best Batman story ever.
See, this is what happens when you're like, it wasn't that bad. It's like, well then, I guess you absolutely love it. Yeah.
So what's the real story there, Stout's forehead?
The real story is I don't have enough know-how to be able to say that it's great or not, but from what I do know and from what I did read, I enjoyed it. It was alright. It wasn't as good, but...
Compared to The Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah, but it was decent.
No, it's not good compared to most fucking comic book stories.
Yeah.
I'd rather read Nightfall.
Wow.
Nightfall with its like 50 issues has better fucking pacing. Jesus.
Oh, this is true. There's like no sense of pacing in this
There's no
story.
urgency. There's no concern for the character. Nothing.
Urgency. Yeah, see, like in the
The only
Dark
cool part
Knight,
was Flash.
in the Dark Knight Returns, there was definitely a sense of urgency. I mean, there just seemed to be, there was so much shit going on in Gotham City, and you knew that Batman was the only person who could possibly deal with it and like bring sanity back to the city. And there was just so many things going on in that. I mean, there was the thing with the mutants, he dealt with that, and there's the thing with the Joker, and he dealt with that, and then there was the fucking, then Superman was after him, and like it just goes on and on. There's just so much shit going on that only Batman can deal with. Definitely a sense of urgency in that one.
And may I say, worst Robin ever.
All right,
I hate that shit.
Night Donovan. Oh, come on, I don't mind Carrie at all. I thought she was cool.
That's
like
her name, Carrie. I couldn't remember.
Carrie, I forget. Carrie Kelly, I think her name was.
Yeah.
I liked her, actually. I liked her a lot. I really had no issues with her whatsoever.
My problem isn't with her. It's that Frank Miller writes her like a lipstick lesbian, like a fucking movie, and not like... It's the worst. It's
a lipstick lesbian?
Yes. It's like,
honestly, I kind of liked that. I don't know.
But it's not because Frank Miller's trying to be pastiche, or of the idea. It's that Frank Miller has never met a lesbian. Frank Miller is insane and thinks his world is tinted through fucking insanity.
I don't deny it.
I'm just saying, that's why I have a problem with it. Not because he's doing it to be silly or be ridiculous. No, he's doing it because that's who he thinks lesbians are and how they are.
I just liked it because it was fucking beautiful. Honestly, it's like,
it looks great. Oh, he's a fantastic artist. He should never write again. He should never, ever, yes. He should never write again. That's my problem with Frank Miller.
Oh, man.
Let's just go up, come out and say it. I mean, Frank Miller is kind of...
Are you taking out Funk Monk? All right, take care, man. Have a good one.
He is so fucking nuts.
Off his
He
rock.
wrote a Batman story about Batman killing terrorists and being racist, and they hated it so much they couldn't even print it. And so he took it and he re-changed it and called it Holy Terror. But it's fucking Batman being a racist fucking lunatic, you know, like, and that was his reaction to 9/11.
Yeah. There was...
What? That's not a sane, rational response to 9/11. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There was other comics that came out in the wake of 9/11 that I think were more sane and rational.
Yeah.
Other artists, other writers doing their take on it. Well, a lot of it seemed to be the thematic similarity between them all seemed to be like, we're all superheroes, yet we weren't able to stop this from happening.
Right.
Which I thought was very apt, you know,
right?
Because even Superman can't be everywhere.
And instead, in Holy Terror, he just hunts down, Islamists because, I'm sorry, he wasn't an Islamist. It was, anyways, he just hunts down these people because he thinks that they're the problem, and that's the total wrong thing you want to send. You do not want to send that message to people.
You know what it reminded me of?
It bugged me so much. I read it. I gave it a fair chance. You know.
Do you remember in the mid? And maybe this is a little before your time. I don't know, but in the mid '80s, both Marvel and DC did a charity effort. There was Heroes for Hope.
Yep, I have Heroes for Hope.
Which was the Marvel version, which I have somewhere. And then there was Heroes Against Hunger, which was the DC version.
Which I don't have.
I think I have both of them. I'm gonna have to double check that. I'm pretty sure I have both of them. But basically it was a similar kind of themed idea. It was every page was by a different writer, a different artist, or like every couple pages, something like that.
It's like 2 pages or whatever. Yeah.
So it was like a collaboration of everybody, and it was this big charity due to help starving kids in Africa or whatever. But it was the same kind of idea as the 9/11 sort of tribute comics they did. Was basically like, this is a huge issue in our world, and all our superpowers can't do a thing to change it. You know, it's just this really crushingly depressing concept. But
DC didn't have that happen in continuity, but Marvel did, I believe.
Did they? Oh, really?
I think
Okay.
DC's wasn't in continuity.
Really? Oh
They
no,
did tribute
I
book.
remember. I do have Heroes Against Hunger. I remember it because it's There's a. I remember the cover of it. It was Superman cradling this starving child in his arms.
African child. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was like this African child.
This white hero saving the black person.
No, it wasn't though. It wasn't. It was then Lex Luthor standing in the background in his like green fucking armor, pointing an accusing finger at Superman, saying, "They're all dying, Superman, and you can do nothing to save them."
That's so exploitative.
And that was the cover. And I remember that.
That being that exploitative, it's still better than Holy Terror.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great stuff.
I'm sorry, Chris.
And I think,
like 20 minutes.
I did. I got both of them. I have Heroes for Hope and Heroes Against Hunger.
Yeah.
I say Heroes Against Hope and Heroes for Hunger.
Yeah, fuck hope, fuck hunger. Fuck eating, fuck happiness, go away.
Oh, I'm too drunk. That's great.
So yeah. Hi,
Check
Chris.
my Bernie Ritter.
Oh, wait a minute. Here, Raptor Rivera says, Injustice has Red Sun DLC. Superman with the Russia logo on his chest looks badass.
What if Superman had crashed in Russia?
That was the one you and Alex were talking about last week.
Absolutely.
Superman Red Sun.
It's going to be my 4-color essentials article that I've been writing for 2 months.
Damn, I'm gonna have to check that out. That was really good.
It's one of the best stories ever written. This is the reason why I do 4-color essentials. I do the 4 places that things you can read if you've never read Superman.
Have you done one about All-Star Superman yet? I can't remember.
No, I haven't. It's going to be on that list though.
You did I think you did like an '80s Batman article, didn't you?
I did Batman, the 5 essential Batmans, basically.
So it was Dark Knight Returns, obviously, Killing Joke.
Yeah.
Year one. So that's 3. What were the other two?
The Long Halloween and Dark Victory were one thing, and then
Dark Victory. Okay.
and then Under the Red Hood / Man Who Laughs.
Ah, okay.
Because Man Who Laughs takes place like right after Year 1, and it's like the origin of the Joker.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fantastic story.
Is it different than the Killing Joke origin, or is it just sort of
It's more expanded because the Killing Joke's kind of like here, and this is everything. This is him.
The Killing Joke,
was the Red Hood before he became.
Yeah, the Killing Joke was the first time I recall seeing a Joker origin story.
Right. So it's basically the bridging point between Year 1 and the Killing Joke, because it's like that piece.
Cool. And what was it called again? The Man Who Laughs?
The Man Who Laughs. It's
which
takes inspiration from the silent film.
I was going to say, which is completely appropriate because that's one of Bob Kane's big inspirations for the Joker. I actually have The Man Who Laughs silent film kicking around on one of my hard drives somewhere.
Hold on.
I have never watched it. Sorry, Raptor Rivera says the Green Arrow surprise in the last act of Dark Knight Returns made my jaw drop. Can't imagine how people reacted back then.
Thanks for the spoiler. No, before we go to that, The Man Who Laughs, I got to see in 35mm actually at a revival.
Oh.
I got to go to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences building and see it in their lush, beautiful, very comfortable theater with Guillermo del Toro sitting right in front of me.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shitballs! Did you talk to him? Did you converse with him at all?
Yeah.
Did you talk film with him?
No, I was like, hey, we talked like 2 minutes about the movie, and then he was rushed off. Damn it.
Oh, god damn!
Like, so close.
The chance to just sit down and shoot the shit with Guillermo del Toro.
All I needed was like 5 more minutes. That would be fine.
That would be awesome.
I was gonna have him sign my program, but he had to go. Shit.
God damn it. Well, that's okay.
It's...
You've talked to Guillermo del Toro more than I have,
2
so
minutes. Yeah.
there you go. That's great.
All right, as we were going on about Dark Knight.
No, that's okay, Raptor.
It's a joke.
I liked, actually, in the movie version of Dark Knight Returns, they seem to put a little bit more focus on Green Arrow's involvement. I
haven't seen part 2 yet.
Just so you're I thought you had seen it.
No,
You said you downloaded it and watched it, and you made me all pissed off because the Blu-ray hadn't come out yet.
I watched like the first 45 minutes of it. Yeah, and
Oh.
it looked amazing.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it. Well, maybe we should double bill that again sometime.
I'm gonna watch it soon. I've been meaning
It's,
to.
it's good shit. Yeah, they seem to focus on it a little bit because there's a little bit more lead up to it, I think, than there was in the original comic. The original comic is more kind of out of nowhere. It's like, wait a minute, what's that guy doing? It's like, oh my god, it's fucking Green Arrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a good moment for sure. I mean, I was all about that because as I was mentioning, I think earlier tonight, my introduction to Green Arrow was the one issue of Green Lantern Green Arrow that I have, and the single Joker issue, and so I never heard of this Green Arrow character before. So I mean, at this time, this was kind of like the I guess almost the transitional Green Arrow between like the one who used all the trick arrows. He still used the trick arrows, but you were getting into this sort of older, wiser Green Arrow, the slightly more badass Green Arrow that was kind of like a direct offshoot of the 70s Green Arrow with Green Lantern. And then shortly after then the Dark Knight Returns came out, and I read that, and I thought I was just blown away. I had never seen a comic book like this before. It was dark. It was serious. I was too young to be able to process all the information that I was getting from this story. It was just amazing. But then shortly after, I think it was the year after Dark Knight Returns came out, it was such a huge success for DC they decided to do more of the so-called prestige format miniseries from showcasing other artists and writers. So they allowed Mike Grell, fucking amazing writer and artist, to do Green Arrow, because he had this idea for a Green Arrow revival. And he did the Longbow Hunters, and fuck, it was amazing. It was just amazing. It just absolutely... This is when I was starting to get to an age where I could appreciate these things a little bit more. I was just blown away by the Longbow Hunters, and then I just had this whole new appreciation for Green Arrow, and I was like, wow, is this like the real Green Arrow? Because the thing that got me about the Longbow Hunters was this was a Green Arrow who had seen some shit and decided that, you know, it was not about using trick arrows and trickery and bullshit. It was about getting back to basics and just dealing with the issues that really mattered. I mean, to me...
Mike Grell did great on that, by the way.
It was really a throwback to the 70s Green Arrow, where Green Arrow, Green Lantern, where the whole idea was Green Arrow was this urban hero who was basically bringing Green Lantern, this fucking cosmic hero, down to Earth and saying, hey, stop gallivanting across the universe and take a look at the issues that really matter. This is the shit that really matters. This is what real people are all about.
And moved to Seattle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So...
Seattle knows what I mean.
So the Green Arrow in the Longbow Hunters was very much an offshoot of that, because he was taking that to the next level and saying like, hey, okay, you know, this is what I'm about. I'm about...
Not in 87.
I'm about making a difference and about helping people and stuff. I don't need trick arrows to do that. I'm going to go back to basics.
Yeah.
So he just used the longbow with just straight up arrows, and that was it.
Did something
and he fucking killed people. He killed people who were bad. Yeah, he was...
Things that he'd never done before, and it really changed his character. I don't like the fact he killed people. It's the only problem, but I mean...
I don't have a problem with that, because...
Served the character.
But, because I think the development of the character in the series that Mike Grell did, the miniseries and the series that followed, was just so interesting and so captivating that I really just ate it up. And that's a run of comics that is one of the few runs of comics it's really one of my goals to get the whole run of. I've got a good chunk of them at the moment. I've got like the first 15 or so issues, and I've got the Longbow Hunters, the original printings, and I've got some random issues after that. But
it's interesting.
I really want to get that solid run, because I really, really love what Mike Grell did, and I don't think he gets near enough credit for what he did.
In the comic community, he does, but outside, he does not. But my favorite part, every time I read it, and I read about the police lieutenant Jim Cameron, I always giggle. Like, James Cameron, he's in the book. He's not. I always giggle about it. It's funny.
I have, was another thing I got around the same time I picked up the Longbow Hunters. There was another series called The Question that was coming out from DC. It was part of their deluxe format line.
Right?
Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, I would think it was. And I have one issue of The Question that guest starred Green Arrow. And over the course of this issue, they're investigating something, and over the course of it, they're talking about. They keep quoting Sun Tzu, The Art of War, to each other, and they're talking about like this and this, and then just how different sort of philosophies of Sun Tzu from his Art of War book from 500 years ago applies to their current situation, and they just keep quoting it back. The Question in Green Arrow, they said this wonderful interplay. They keep quoting it to each other, like quoting different things, different lines from it to each other that completely apply to their current situation, whatever they're dealing with, and it's just this wonderful interplay between the two. I mean, it really harkened back to the Green Lantern, Green Arrow days where they had these wonderful little exchanges between each other. And it was a lot of fun. And then I remember in the letters column for that issue, they said, on this month's recommended reading list, Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And this is another example of people say comics are just for kids, comics are kids stuff, whatever, you don't learn anything from comics. This is an example of how comics teach you something valuable and something that is good. And culturally significant.
Yeah.
That was my introduction. I had never heard of Sun Tzu or The Art of War until I read that comic. And it made me want to seek it out and learn more about it.
The interesting thing is, the people who say that comics are for kids, nothing important comes from comics, are just ignorant. And there's nothing you can do about it. You either have to help educate them if they're willing to learn, or ignore them. You just can't let them get your panties in a bundle,
No. Yeah,
Mike
I've heard
Grell, Denny O'Neil, John Byrne, fucking fantastic writers.
John Byrne did some great stuff. John Byrne was one of the big current legends when I was collecting comics. He did some great stuff. I really want to get. They actually published a series of, I think, 9 volumes or 10 volumes of his complete run on Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he did it for like 12 years.
He did. That's the one he did the longest run on. He did dabbled in some others. Like he did a 7-issue run if you include the Marvel Fanfare issue on the Hulk, which I actually have. I actually have all 6 issues that he did on the Hulk, and it was great. And then Al Milgrom picked up where he left off, and it was just like, shit, what the fuck do I do with all these plot threads that John Byrne left dangling when he left the book? But he actually dealt with them.
John Byrne.
He actually dealt with them pretty well, and he carried on from there.
Let's not forget him and Chris Claremont on freaking X-Men for 25
Oh my God, Chris Claremont on X-Men. That's when I was collecting X-Men. It was right in the middle of Chris Claremont's run on it, and it was fucking brilliant. It was just
almost 20 years. It's insane.
It was such captivating, interesting writing. I knew nothing about X-Men going in, and I jumped in the middle of some big story arc dealing with the hate monger and some other stuff going on. It was a crossover with Fantastic Four at the time, I think. Yeah. And I had no idea what was going on, but it sucked me right in because Chris Claremont was just such a great character writer. He really
write characters like nobody else.
Yeah, he really, I was just...
It's assumed he made almost 100 characters in his run.
I had no idea who any of these characters were or what was going on in the story, but reading, one issue, I was interested in these characters, and I wanted to know more, so I started collecting it. That's when I started collecting X-Men. I got, a random issue for Christmas one year with a pile of other comics, and I read this one issue, and I was like, this is really cool stuff. So then I started collecting it, and I collected it for 3 years after that, and it was all Chris Claremont issues.
Hold on. Raptor Rivera said, I heard the Death from the Family arc that just finished up was amazing. Amazing. Actually, Raptor, it's called Death of the Family, and it's a play on Death in the Family, which is the death of Robin from the 80s. However, the Death of the Family, not amazing. I thought it was pretty lame. So, no one actually died. It was Joker goes insane, cuts his face off, lets it rot on a wall for a year, because it literally disappears for a year legitimately, right? And then retrieves his rotting, fucking petrified face, puts it on, and then proceeds to try and attempt to kill everybody Batman ever knew, but fails at all of it, so who gives a shit? Who cares?
Sorry, Frank is asking me, Sean, when you lived without a computer in 2012, was that hard for you because you didn't know what's going on with stuff? Oh, you mean when I was without the internet? 3 or 4 months in 2012. Yeah, it was about 3 or 4 months. I think it was like February until
hardest time of my life.
May or there. It really sucked, to be honest. I mean, I hate because most of my social interaction is through the internet these days.
You can't talk to real people,
especially. I only talk to these fake internet people, these virtual people. No, it was because most of my friends that I had were in Victoria, and I had lost touch with a lot of them anyway, just because of life. You know, it's the way it goes. And then I moved to Nanaimo. I moved up island to Nanaimo, different city, different town, different life. And I don't know anybody up here, and I don't really go out. When you get older, it's harder to meet people, honestly. I mean, I don't really go out to clubs or anything like that. I don't hang out at the library or at supermarkets or whatever and chat up people. But
you should go to all those things.
Yeah, actually, I'd like to. If we had more,
friend for fuck's sakes.
If we had more comic stores, I'd totally hang out at the comic store and pick up chicks there.
Oh, you'll be that guy. We hated that guy at the comic shop.
There you go.
Judged that guy so hard.
Anyway, to answer your question, it was difficult because I certainly so most of my social interaction is through the internet. So when I lost the internet for that 3 or 4 month period, it was tough because I felt like I was very isolated and very alone, very out of touch with everyone that I consider my best current friends.
I'm his best friend, yay!
And people that I enjoy talking to on a regular basis, and it sucked. But on the flip side of that, it did allow me to do other things. So I played a lot of games that I've been neglecting for a while. So I got to play more video games. I watched a lot of movies and stuff. Because I knew there was nothing I could do. Basically, there's nothing I could do until I could afford to pay off the bill, and I couldn't afford to pay off the bill until I found regular employment again.
Either, did you?
I didn't have phone. I didn't have internet. I had nothing.
Jeez.
So I was completely isolated, completely alone.
You would have fallen and broken hip. You wouldn't be able to call anybody, man.
Yeah. No, basically. It was basically me alone with my media, with my collection. So, it's not like I had any shortage of entertainment to keep me...
I almost killed myself the last time that happened to me.
To keep me occupied. Like I said, I played a lot of video games. I watched a lot of movies. Got caught up on a lot of, media stuff that I've been putting off for a long time. So that was, that was fun. That was cool.
You still recorded videos, didn't you?
But I missed... I did. I actually did film a few videos because I knew I would get internet back eventually and I could post them eventually. So I did do some videos in preparation for that. But yeah, in terms of, I definitely missed the social interaction, and that certainly sucked. So, yeah, I'd say, I'd say that it was hard in some ways. That's why I have to say, honestly, Frank, when I see, I really feel for you, man, because I know what it's like to be depressed and to feel that life sucks sometimes and to feel isolated and alone and stuff. I've certainly felt that myself on many an occasion. But when I see you saying things on Facebook, for example, saying like you're thinking of closing your Facebook because nobody talks to you and stuff, and that you closed your YouTube because whatever trolls or whatever, I just want to reach out to you and say, no, dude, don't do that. Because if you do that, what else? Where else do you have? Don't cut yourself off from avenues of
It's just
social
gonna make it
interaction. Yeah, because it's going to make you feel more alone and more isolated. And I would really hate for that to happen because, you know, Frank, you're a nice guy. You're a good guy. You've got a good heart. You mean well. And you might have trouble interacting with people socially sometimes. But, I mean, that's not the end of the world. You know, you're still
We all
you.
do.
You still, yeah. I mean, we've all been there in some way or
Yep,
another. So
definitely been there.
So I would say, you know, honestly, dude, don't ever close your Facebook or anything like that because, I mean...
Don't stop communicating. We read.
Yeah, exactly.
Hear you.
That's exactly it. It's like just because people don't comment all the time doesn't mean they're not reading, they're not interacting or, you know, clicking the like button or something. It might not seem like much, you know.
Try to focus on positive
but-
stuff when you post. You'll see you'll
Yeah.
get more people to post.
Yeah.
You know, posting negative things, people don't know what to say about it. You know, like
That's
when
true.
I see my
Yeah.
friend just posted that, you know, oh, you know, I went on a date yesterday and it seemed really good, but now she doesn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
What the fuck do I say to that? I know this guy for like, you know, 15 years, but I
Yeah.
don't know how to fucking say anything to him without
That's
sounding
true.
like a complete douchebag
Mm.
or seeming insensitive or whatever.
That's
It's
true.
really hard
Yeah.
for people to say things to negative posts. So try to like, you know, maybe you had a shitty day, but maybe focus on the, you know, I had a crappy day, but this really cool thing happened, you know, or
Yeah.
I feel like this really cool thing is on the horizon, you know, and then people will fucking communicate.
That's
If you're
true.
positive, people
Yeah.
will communicate with you more often.
It's like
just
as the saying goes, there's always a silver lining, right?
Absolutely.
Sorry, Frank, you just asked me, is anybody that I work with or used to work with ever see my videos? Yeah, a few people did. Honestly, like a lot of people, a lot of people that I work with or know in you know the real world don't really look
They don't understand.
much. They
They don't
well,
understand.
well, a lot. Some of them do understand. Like they get it. They get what I do online and stuff. But not all of them interact with me there, like in that part of my life. You know, the
Yes,
online
absolutely.
part of my life. They interact with me in the real part of my life or the real world part of my life.
It's like, yes,
But
two
not
faces.
so much on the. Yeah, well, it's not so much that I have two faces. Just like have two like areas of my life, and like sometimes they intersect. Like Cass, for example, my brother, I hang out with him whenever he's in town, and we have a good relationship there. But we chat online a lot because it's just an easier way to keep in touch, you know. But people I work with
I have a funny story about that.
don't. I mean, they'll check out some of my videos. Like some people I work with actually really like my videos, and they watch them all the time, and they become regular viewers. Others, not so much. But I mean, that's just, it is what it is. Everybody has different, you know, different things that they like and they focus on. And some people are more internet active than others and stuff like that.
Oh, I was talking to one of my coworkers when I worked at Target, and he was like, I was like, oh, like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I do some YouTube videos, and I'm part of this, you know, DVD collector community. He's like, oh, like Cool Duder, and I just glared at him. Like, oh, God.
It's, who just farted?
No, it was a burp.
Oh, okay.
That was the other end of Cass. But I just looked at him like, really, fucking Cool Duder. I hate you so much.
The
If
sad-
you're watching this, Cool Duder, I hope you die.
Well, I mean, the sad fact of the matter is, Cool Duder is the most well-known of the DVD and Blu-ray reviewers. Good or
I said,
take
no,
it-
I have more class and more intelligence.
For good or bad,
taste in film.
he's the one who has the most exposure, so he's the one most people know when they think of that sort of subgenre of YouTube, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Fuck that guy.
Oh, Brian says there was one fanboy who found him on a bus. That is
Yeah.
true. Yes.
Just
No,
Raptor asked if you ever get stopped.
I wouldn't say
No.
no. He was actually really nice. He was very polite. Like I came on the bus and he just kind of smiled and waved, and I was like, hey, how's it going? Like I had no idea who he was, so I just went and I got my seat, and then he got up out of his seat and came over and sat down next to me and says, hey, are you Zaran? I'm like, oh yeah. like as soon as he said Zaran, I knew that he knew me from the internet. I was like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? It's like, oh yeah, I really like your videos.
Less
And-
awkward moment now.
yeah, and then he took out his camera. It's like, is it okay if I? It's like, oh yeah, sure, that's cool. You know, take a couple pictures. So, you know, I made some funny faces for his pictures, and you know, he really dug it. And no, he was a really cool guy, a really nice guy, and he was totally cool about it. I mean, it was awkward and kind of shy at first, and I felt awkward, he felt awkward, but then we just kind of both realized, like, oh, you recognize me from the internet. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Let's take some pictures and shoot the shit for a bit. And we chatted on the bus, and
Never saw each other again.
I went to work, and I chatted with him online a couple times. And I think he still watches my videos. But no, he's really nice guy. He was very cool, very tactful and friendly, and
You mean not at all crazy?
No, he wasn't.
Or mouth breathers?
He wasn't. No, not at all. He wasn't like
That's
crazy or weird or anything. It was because like he could sense that it was awkward for me. It was a little awkward for him, but at the same time, it's like he was a fan of my videos, so he wanted to say something, and like I totally got it, and he got like the other side of it and stuff, and it was all cool. It's like we just sort of enjoyed the awkwardness for a moment, and then it was all cool.
Vermont is all, it's me, it was me. It wasn't.
No. Vermin Art shoehorns his way into my world by making cool pictures of me. So I'm totally cool with that, because his pictures of me are awesome. So
You and your 95% male audience.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I looked at my inside statistics. I'm like, how many chicks are watching me? I bet a lot of chicks really
3.
dig me. And I'm like
10,000
95% male and like 5% female. I'm like, oh my god, my channel's a total sausage fest.
That means 500 people, 500 women who have subscribed to his channel.
Yeah, I do have a lot of female viewers, and some of them are quite adorable, but of course live on the other side of the world, so it doesn't really matter.
That's why it sucks. It doesn't count then.
Yeah, no.
They're basically a dude at that point. I'm sorry, not just me. If you can't do anything else, then fuck it.
Oh god.
Counts as a
Okay,
non-
I have to
non-issue.
pee, and then I think we should probably wrap it up in about 20 minutes, because then it'll be 3 a.m. our time. So apparently we've been going for like almost 7 hours.
I gotta get up at 10 to go to the film festival.
What the fuck, man? Why is everybody crapping out on me tonight? The one night I'm finally up all night, everybody dies.
Fuck you! I have to go to a fucking film festival for Geeky and write a fucking article about it, you fat bastard.
Cool, but whatever. What about you, Cass? You up? You awake? You alive?
Sort of.
Damn it, I'm drunk and stupid and need to party. I'm gonna go pee, though, first. And then maybe I'll make a bologna sandwich. Whoa. I don't think I'm coordinated enough to make a sandwich of bologna.
No knives, Sean, no knives. So, how was your day, Cass?
Not too bad.
Mine was uneventful. I've basically been in this hangout since 2.
Oh wow.
Because I got in the hangout, me and I was on Razman's Reality doing the podcast, and then Sean showed up 5 minutes after the podcast ended, and then we just hung out until fucking now. It's been 13 hours in the hangout. I need a life.
I ran a lot of errands today.
If I had a vehicle and money, I'd probably be running errands also.
Yeah, I just had a bunch of running around to do. I had to take timesheets in for everybody at my job at college.
That blue bowl looks precarious behind you.
The which?
The blue bowl behind you looks kind of precarious.
This one?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
not all the way on the book. Just move to the left a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go.
Sorry, it just really distracted me. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna fall.
That reminds me of a funny story. I remember years ago when I was in high school, we went on a trip to Germany, and it was like the first day we were there. And we went.
Do a drunken first impressions video of a game of something.
Euro Truck Simulator, drive drunk.
Euro Truck Simulator, yes!
I have my screen paused, and this is how long ago I paused it. I paused it at a point when Pablo was still in the chat. That's
Oh,
how
wow.
long ago it was.
Before Chris showed up, right?
Ow! Why did I say ow? It was something that didn't even touch me. I just heard
You were
a
saying-
thunk.
I've done that before. I just say ow.
So I
as
was
like a
thinking
knee-jerk
I
reaction.
should after here I should go on Twitch and do like a first impressions video of one of the demos I downloaded. I'll just pick
Oh my
like
God.
the most crazy bullshit demo I have and play it for the first time
Sounds drunk.
drunk as a skunk. Because we all know how
Night,
drunk
Frank.
skunks
Hang in
get.
there, Frank.
I'm gonna go smoke, I'll be back.
Alright.
Okay, on to your funny story, as you were trying to say.
Yeah.
If you
So
remember.
yeah, no, we were in the chancellor's office. It was like the first day. He was
Mhm.
like welcoming us, to Germany and to the school and that. So we're all meeting, and it was like this huge office and really like well appointed in that. And I remember there was like the main sort of like entry area, and there's a bunch of chairs you could sit down in that. And then there was like a couple of stairs up to a raised level, and that's where his desk was. And so we're all just sort of roaming around, checking out the office. My friend notices, like, where the stairs go up, there's a railing running along the whole length,
Mhm.
and there's a vase sitting right on the end of this railing. And it's like
Oh,
this really,
God.
really nice vase, too. Like, it was
Cartoon
obviously-
moment coming.
Yeah, something quite dated. And we're just laughing because, like, okay, in every movie, that's the vase that, like, has to break.
Yeah.
And
that's
so we're
the
like
same.
picturing this whole movie scene playing out of like, like somebody walks backwards and almost bumps it, but then it's okay and like that. And then like eventually the whole scene it's like so tense and it goes by and then nothing happens and the main character leaves. And then just turns around and marches back into the room and just smashes the vase and be like, it was going to happen anyways.
Oh God! And that vase was just sitting on the railing, like it was an okay idea.
Well, it sort of looked like it was deliberated that it was there, but at the same time, like, I think it was heavy enough that its own weight would sort of hold it in place. Like, you'd really have to try hard to knock it over.
Yeah.
But still, like, I mean, it's just like railing, vase. Like,
Oh my God! Only in Japan can you buy a smiley bacon-shaped pen case. I will show you a photo of this.
a what?
A smiley bacon-shaped pen case, like for your pens. There's the image. My friend just took a photo of that while in Japan. At a market, live. He just posted it 24 minutes ago. Near Minato-ku,
Yeah.
Tokyo.
You see the photo I posted?
Which one? Oh, this one.
Yeah,
Yes, I've seen that one.
142.
That's been circling around the net.
What am I doing?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm walking.
that's
Okay.
so awesome.
It is.
It would just
I'm
scare the
digging in
crowd.
my
I'd move,
pockets
probably.
for my testicles. And putting them on the shelf for later use of discombobulation against the configuration of humanity.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
Oh,
That wasn't words. That was not a sentence. That was
Get-
just random words you said.
good night, Frank. Apparently. Ow. Alright.
Kid, that one I heard.
What about... What? Are you being racist?
Yeah.
What?
What's going
I
on?
checked.
I just heard a drink getting.
What are
knocked
you
over.
ejecting?
What? The fuck? You're not making word sense. You're just throwing words out. Not
I
making sense.
clearly need to play video games in this state of mind.
You need to play some sort of insane platformer.
I do.
You're-
Hang on.
Or like a bullet hell game. or
Let me
something.
see. Actually, I have a twin stick shooter I haven't played yet.
There you go. That's what you
Yeah.
should be playing.
I should play that. Okay. All right. We're going to say goodbye on Livestream, and we're going to go over to Twitch because I'm insane.
He needs no help whatsoever.
I'm going to
Just
play
black
first impressions of something. Where is my mouse? Which computer am I on? There we go. Okay. What is the... Where is it? All right.
What's that?
Where is the control bar? Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. So, gentlemen, and there's no ladies here. Who am I kidding?
There's like one maybe.
Maybe. Hi, one lady, whoever you are.
I hope you have good legs.
Are you single?
Because you need to run from him.
Are you
quickly.
local? Are you in Nanaimo? Come date me.
Are you in
I'm
Canada
single.
within 100 miles of him and willing to drive to kiss him? That's all he needs. Right now, he'll just pass out when you kiss him. Fucking. Like,
Holy
fucking
shit, we've been going for 6.5 hours. Okay. We're going to go over to Twitch, and I'm going to first impressions some shit.
Are you uploading this to YouTube?
Probably eventually. Well, not this
Okay.
whole 6.5 hour chat.
You
That's
should.
just
Just the whole
ridiculous.
fucking thing. Just drop it on YouTube.
Ridiculous. Well, I'm keeping archives of everything, so I'll keep it. All right. I'm going over to Twitch. I'm going to pick something random off the demos I downloaded today with my new wire.
And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. Cause I'm gonna go wind down so I can go to bed at a decent time.
Don't you
So I
got?
can get up at 10.
Come on, dude. You got to at least watch some Twitch. Come on.
I will watch it tomorrow evening.
Fuck.
when I
Well,
get-
that's no fun because you won't be there for the insanity.
I'm sorry, but I have to get some fucking rest, Sean.
No, you want to. Well, who's gonna be there? Is anybody gonna be there
Cass
to
will be there.
say anything? Cass,
Cass will be there to make sure you don't vomit on your controller. All right?
what? You'll be there,
Cass will
Cass?
Yes.
For what?
I'm gonna
Cass
go
will-
on Twitch and play something
Yeah, I'll
stupid.
watch.
He'll make sure you don't vomit on your controller. Those are $55 a piece.
Alrighty. Well, I have two, so if I fuck up one, I have another.
Shut up.
It's not DualShock. Though. I have one DualShock and one 6-axis. I have like one of the old school controllers. It's not even DualShock.
Your
so.
DualShock also has 6-axis, so you don't. need to
Well,
worry about
I know, but I mean the other one is. You can feel like the weight is different. Like the DualShock is heavy.
The controller that came with my system actually broke. The
Oh,
left directional pad, like when you click on it, doesn't do anything.
that sucks.
So now I have a blue one and a pink controller.
Which one works?
Both of those. The black one doesn't work anymore.
Oh, okay.
Guess
Oh,
which controller's
gotcha.
mine? The
Okay.
pink one.
The pink one, of course.
No one will ever touch it. I always
That's
go
good,
with-
though.
I have a kitty.
No,
It's
that's-
good, though,
oh my God, you
because-
have a cat, you motherfucker.
When did you get a cat?
I've had a cat forever, dude.
No.
cunt.
You
Yeah,
lied.
Right, your
It's always
cat
in my
from
room.
us.
You've
I love
kept
you.
this cat to yourself this whole
Stout.
time.
Yes,
You-
I
Stout.
did.
You do
Stout,
realize I've known you 4 years. I had no idea you had a cat.
Stout, I know you just had a nice relaxing nap, and now you're ready for some action.
He's petting his
Are
dog.
you-
No, I had a nice relaxing poop, and now I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, fucking god damn it. I'm gonna play some first impressions shit on Twitch. I need people.
While drunk.
I need people to be there and laugh at me. Will you be
First
there to
impressions
laugh
of
at me?
what?
I don't know. Something.
Probably the twin stick shooter that
Yeah, I've
requires
got-
lots of coordination.
Yeah, I've got something that requires a lot of coordination, so I'm probably gonna play that.
Fine, I'll be there for.
Awesome.
little bit.
Well, I'll keep this Google chat open, and I'll bring that into Twitch, and that'll be good. Okay. All right.
Good night, all.
Good night, live stream people. If
Good
you're
night.
leaving or if you're coming with us over to Twitch, that's great. Otherwise, have a good night. And
If you're not following him, you suck.
alrighty, I will see you all later. Thank you all for clicking the like button. I like you too, because you clicked the like button. If you didn't
Only
click
half
the
people
like
who showed up
button,
liked it.
you suck. Because
You had 40
you
viewers and
stayed
only
here
20
for
likes.
6.5 hours, clearly liking what you're seeing, yet didn't click like. So fuck you.
You still only get half the number of likes.
Oh, I
than
just
the number of
got
viewers.
another like. Thank you, whoever did that. See, people like to be abused. That's what they like.
Oh,
All right. All right, we'll see you guys on Twitch. Thanks for coming up to the Friday Night Insanity. It was a blast. I had a good time. I hope you all did too. And we'll see you all again next week for more of the same bullshit. All right. Good night. Fine, nobody say anything. I'll just go.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.